Hey guys, it's Malia. This will be a short restorative sequence specifically for panic attacks, anxiety, and chronic fatigue. So when I was going through the worst of my panic disorder, restorative yoga was really the only thing I could get my body to do. It's a great way for us to calm down the mind, calm down the body, and give us a little break from our anxious thoughts and the cortisol that's being released from our body. So for today's practice, we'll need a bolster of some kind. So if you have a yoga bolster, you can use that, or I just used a long body pillow. If you don't have that, maybe grab a couple of smaller pillows and make like a little bolster by placing them together. So anything you can find that will be like a bolster, go ahead and grab that. And we'll get started. So we're going to take the bolster a long ways on the mat, coming into a supported child's pose. We're going to take the knees about the width of the mat on either side of the bolster. And the bolster is in between your knees. One hand on each side, start to walk yourself down, lowering your body down onto your bolster, and turn your right cheek onto the bolster. Closing the eyes if that feels comfortable for you, and starting to settle in. Notice if you're holding yourself up, using maybe your arms or your core, your shoulders, chest, neck. See if you can completely release into the support of the bolster. So in restorative yoga, we use props so that we can completely relax into them. We don't have to hold ourselves up. We can just let go and we can be supported. And once you've settled in, find your breath. Start to feel your inhales and your exhales. We won't be doing a lot of movement in our practice. So if the mind starts to wander, you start to go back to those fears and worries. As often as you can remember, come back to your breath. Come back to the sensations of inhaling and the sensations of exhaling. Good. And gently begin to turn the other cheek down onto the bolster. Once again, allowing yourself to completely relax into the support. Let go of tension in your neck and shoulders, your back, down through your hips. If it's really difficult for you to keep your mind out of your fears, then coming up maybe with a word or a phrase that you can repeat to yourself when the mind starts to wander. So for me, I like to use, I give myself permission to relax. Or maybe it is safe for me to relax. It can feel a lot of times like we have to be on guard. We have to be protecting ourselves or aware of any danger. So giving yourself permission to relax. To simply be. Beautiful. We're going to come out of the pose by pressing into your palms and walking yourself back so that you can come to seated on your knees. Take any movement here that might feel good. So I'm rolling my neck a little bit side to side. You can stretch your arms overhead. Beautiful. Let's come into the next pose. We'll take the bolster now the width of the mat towards the back. And take the bottom of your ribs to the bottom of your bolster. Then laying back, letting your chest drape over the bolster. So your shoulders should be more towards the floor, more on the floor than they are on the bolster. You can let your arms be maybe out to the sides or wherever feels comfortable. Knees can be bent, or if it feels safe, extend the legs out long. Just a really gentle chest opener, heart opener. Take a deep breath in, and a full breath out. Allow yourself to relax into the pose. I have a lot of chest pain that comes with my anxiety, a lot of tightness around my heart area. So heart openers like this are a really wonderful way to counteract all that tightness. So taking some deep breaths all across the chest. Finding some space. I give myself permission to relax. I am safe and supported. And start to make your way out by placing the feet back on the floor, the knees towards the ceiling. And rolling over to one side. Use your hands, press them into the floor to find your way up to a seat. Again, take a few breaths here. Maybe any movement that feels nice. Good. Take your bolster again lengthwise on your mat. We're going to come into a nice little twist here. So take the left hip a couple of inches away from your bolster, the knees stacked off to the side. Twist so that one hand is on each side of the bolster, and then lower yourself down so that chest and belly can be on the bolster, and turn the left cheek down. Again, take a few moments to settle in, allow the body to relax. This is a wonderful pose to be able to feel your breath. Maybe you can feel your belly rising and pressing into the bolster. And you can feel your belly drawing back towards the spine as you exhale. You can start to turn the right cheek down onto the bolster. This doesn't work for everybody's neck, so if it doesn't feel good, just take the left cheek back down. Then come back to your breath. And begin to come out of the pose by bringing the left cheek back down, pressing into your palms and rising yourself up, coming to seated, and turning towards the back of your mat. Take any movement here. I did some windshield wiper legs, side to side with the knees or with the neck. And we'll start to find the other side. So taking the right hip a couple inches away, take a twist over towards your bolster. So right hand on right side and left hand on the left side. Begin to walk yourself down so you can lay on the bolster with the right cheek down. Taking a big breath in and a full breath out. Relax. Notice if you're tightening up anywhere, maybe clenching in the jaw. See if you can let go. The shoulders away from the ears. The belly relaxed. A lot of times I tighten up my belly when I'm anxious or scared. So if you can let the breath be free in and out of the belly. If you'd like to try turning the other cheek down, you can take that now, the left cheek to the bolster. Beautiful. I'll turn the right cheek back down. Start to press into your palms so you can walk yourself back up to seated, nice and slowly. Turning towards the back of the mat. Take some movement here if you'd like it. Kind of rounded forward to grab hold of the front of my legs. That felt really good. So whatever it is here that you need. Good. So keeping your bolster where it is, begin to take one hand on either side. And we'll start to lay yourself back onto the bolster. So your seat will be off the bolster. You can have your arms out to the sides or wherever feels comfortable here. Knees can be bent, especially if you have some low back issues, or extend them out long. Or soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. A wonderfully relaxing pose. When you get into the pose, take a big breath in and a full breath out. Allowing yourself to sink. There's a beautiful quote by author Veronica Tugaleva, and she says, "Trust that if you're not holding yourself together so tightly, you will not fall apart." So trusting that even if you let go, even if you surrender, even if you relax and you're not worrying, you'll be okay. Everything won't fall apart. You won't be in danger. You won't go crazy, which is one of my fears. Everything will still be as it is if you allow yourself this time to relax. It's okay to give yourself this time. Come out of the pose by sending the feet back to the floor if they weren't already. Rolling off to one side, off of your bolster. Take a few moments. Breathe. And pressing into your palms, finding your way up to seated. We'll find our last pose, our shavasana. You're taking the bolster underneath the knees. And allowing yourself to lie back onto your back. And then allowing yourself to settle in. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Relax the forehead. Relax the jaw, so perhaps parting the teeth a little bit. Letting the shoulders fall back and down, so maybe the chest is a little bit broader. The belly nice and soft. Allowing the hips to really sink down. And just staying with your breath. I give myself permission to completely and fully relax. Gently take a big breath in and a full breath out. Starting to add some movement by turning the head a little bit side to side. Wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe a nice big stretch overhead, a yummy stretch. Taking your time to roll onto one side. Noticing how you feel when you take the time out for yourself. Pressing your palms into the floor to find your way to seated. And bringing your hands together at the heart center. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope it's helpful. Please let me know if it is. May you be happy, healthy, safe, free, and loved. Namaste. Thanks so much.